Hi, I'm Randy Walters with Coal-Fed Families. This is our Coal-Fed Family newscast, and our guest in this cast is Dr. Ron Gibson. He is a geologist, and you might wonder why we would have a geologist with us, especially since he is a geologist who is not in the coal business, but actually is in the natural gas business and works throughout the coal fields. When we get going on this thing, you'll understand why it's important to have him on this program. Welcome to the program, Dr. Gibson.
Welcome, Randy. Thank you.
All right. We've talked, your company is Blue Water?
Blue Water Consulting Service.
All right. And you're in the mountain area all throughout Kentucky, West Virginia, and Tennessee, installing and looking for places to install gas wells.
That's correct.
All right. And so why would it be of interest to you, the type of mining that's done in eastern Kentucky?
We have the opportunity to travel in all three states, all over these mountains, more extensively than most people ever have a chance, and the most difficult places to get to are those that do not have mountaintop removal. Plus, mountaintop removal is beautiful.
You were saying it reminded you of Nebraska?
I was traveling through West Virginia. I went up a mountain and I topped out next to one of those large jobs that had been completed and reclaimed. And literally, I took my breath out. I had to stop because it looked like Nebraska. Beautiful upland prairie, just gorgeous.
All right. And the problem you have and are going to have with all of the new EPA regulations that have stopped mountaintop removal is where to put the gas wells.
Well, it's much more difficult to put the gas wells along the perimeter of the mountains, and it presents a greater ecological challenge to create a pad on the side of a mountain rather than on the top of it. If you're on the top of it, it's really no big thing to drill a gas well and leave a footprint that's just almost invisible after just a short period of time.
All right, after you get this well, how far down are you drilling?
We're drilling from 3,000 to 5,000 feet and drilling out from 3,000 to 5,000 feet. So, you know, we're drilling out a half a mile and drilling down a half a mile.
All right, when you're drilling in this, that takes a pretty big outfit to do that.
Well, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money too. It takes big companies.
So how do you know where to drill?
Well, that's where the corporate geologists come in. There have been a lot of studies for a long time that have decided this, but we've known for years and years that this shale that underlies all of this area, this is an ancient seabed around through this part of the country. In fact, the entire nation is underlined with this shale. But it happens to be rich with gas up in this area and fairly easy to get to. So we go after it because we know it's there, and the shale is rich with methane.
In this country today, one of the biggest challenges that anybody seems to come up with is energy. And the natural gas, which does pay a severance in Kentucky, and I guess in West Virginia too, and there's a severance tax on that, and that money can come back and help the counties that where this gas is being produced. I know that at one time Knott County was the #2 severance paid county in the state. And it wasn't because of just coal being mined, it was because also the natural gas that was being taken from that part of the country. So it is something that can help our families. It is something that can help our country. But as you're seeing here and as you're hearing, the government intervention into the mining industry is going to put additional costs on the gas industry to get this natural gas. So guess who's going to pay for that? It's going to be the consumer.
That's true. And we're approaching a time when the demand for natural gas and other energy sources, even in power generation, is reaching a critical point. We built our nuclear power stations 40 years ago during the 70s, and they'll be decommissioned after 40 years, or at least that was the plan when they were built.
that was another point. The nuclear power that we have in this country, I don't know the exact percentage of the power that the reactors provide, but the plants were all built in the 70s for the most part, and it was in the late 70s that the environmentalists and the no nukes people stopped that industry from growing with protests and a liberal White House at that time, and they issued no further permits. So there hasn't been any permits issued up until I think now.
That's true.
Since the 1970s. Now these reactors will, they have a shelf life, you might say, of 40 years. So what's there, and nobody has been mentioning this fact that those reactors that are providing the majority of the rest of the power this nation uses other than coal, those reactors are going to have to be shut down. They are going to have to be mothballed, matter of fact. And so without the nuclear power, it's going to put even a greater demand for energy on this nation. So where's it going to come from?
If it doesn't come from coal, I'm not sure where it would come from. Perhaps from methane, but we're not drilling that fast for methane.
Then you would have to convert all of the plants out there over to
Gas-fired?
gas-fired. And that's a major undertaking in itself. And even with permits being issued, if they issued 100 of them today, how long would it be before the first one went online?
Oh, wow.
10 years?
No, we can drill the gas wells fast enough, and they can bring them online quickly. It just takes months, but you have to acquire land permits. They started acquiring these land permits on the wells we're drilling now 30 years ago. So when you consider how long it's taken to get these wells permitted, I mean get the land leases and get the permits, it's not a short period of time.
Right. And to get a reactor online and going from the word go,
oh, that takes a long time.
You're construction, you're looking at possibly 10 years.
Oh, yes.
And then you've got all of the environmental hang-ups they're going to run into and all of the problems they're going to have. So what happens, what it all boils down to is that coal is the answer. And our coal, being the high BTU coal that it is coal that can be used more efficiently than other coal, yet the government wants to punish this area and the people that live here just simply because they're listening to environmentalists and they're not paying attention to reality and to the physics of everything that is going on and what it takes in energy. This has been our fourth Coal-Fed Families newscast. Dr. Ron Gibson has been our guest. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for watching.